Project Temp is going to be getting an upgrade, 600 CFM Edelbrock carburetor. But this one's a little different. This is an Edelbrock that I grabbed from a swap meet. As you can see, it's missing stuff. Now these actually aren't missing. I've got them laying down here, but there's screws missing, there's parts, there's linkage missing, accelerator pump is missing, the accelerator pump linkage is missing, there's various stuff. So follow along and I'm going to show you how to rebuild a swap meet carburetor and get it running. And also how to swap out a 2-barrel to a 4-barrel. But before we do that, I'd like to cover a little bit of history on some various 4-barrel carburetors that most performance enthusiasts would choose. Just for reference, I thought I'd show you the Edelbrock here with its daddy. This is a Carter AFB. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. They're basically the same thing. A few little differences I noticed, like right here where this has an electric choke. This is a 9625 SA, which is a 625 CFM with an electric choke on it. It's got a tube right here, and you notice that there's no area for that at all. So obviously Edelbrock changed that a little bit on the castings. And then on the front here, on the Edelbrock, you have a direct manifold and you have the timed. And on the Carter, you only have the timed. They both have the PCV valve on the front, and they both have the power brake output on the back here. There you go. But anyways, pretty cool though. I was looking around, I was thinking, I was like, man, I thought I had a Carter somewhere. Sure enough, I do. Got a mess of crap. Got Holley's sitting here, and Quadrajets sitting around. But anyways, these are fun little carburetors. Pontiac has a long history with the Carters, the AFBs. There are Quadrajets. This is made by Rochester, and you can see it has the small primaries and huge secondaries. The small primaries made it very efficient on fuel, but these are a fairly complicated carburetor to work on for the average person who doesn't understand carburetors anymore. There are a variety of Holleys. Holleys have a standard square pattern. All 4 Venturis are the same size. So the quote-unquote spread bore of the Rochester is not the same. This is another Holley. Nice thing about the Holleys is they have external float adjustments. So you can raise and lower the float levels from the outside using the screw. You remove the screw and you can allow it to dribble out. Basically, that's how you adjust them to get it proper level. Or they come up with side glasses. Some aftermarket companies have made bowls that have visuals inside of them. It's all good stuff. But this is my favorite feature on the Holley, is the external adjustable float levels. Going back to the granddaddy carburetor, the old Carter here, something I noticed on this. The Carters have a smaller primary than the secondary, which they later went on to do the Thermoquad, which is kind of their take on the Rochester Quadrajet with its small primaries and large secondaries. But it was a, come on, get on there. It was a limited production. Mopar guys seem to love them. I've never really been into them much, but yeah, it's interesting, the different style and the development of carburetors over the years. Next, we run a cleaning tap through all the threads. Then we install ARP hardware, taking care that all is installed correctly. Sometimes you have to go back and rechase a thread if you missed it. Then up next, we'll install a new carburetor base plate gasket and our throttle bracket. Now, our goal is going to be another carburetor gasket that goes on top here, but our ultimate goal is this. Now, I'm going to be replacing that 2-barrel with a nice Edelbrock Performer, the 600 CFM model. These are one of the simplest, easiest carburetors to adjust and tune. So stick around for part 2 and we'll get started on cleaning this swap meet special up, bringing it back to life.